and welcome back to my channel. It's raining and it's forecast dry and mild weather. As you can see, I'm in a winter coat. It's absolutely freezing, it's raining. So where am I going? Ice Cream Park, I know. I mean, why I trust the weather forecast, I've got no idea, but I did. And I booked Escrick, so we're gonna go anywhere. I am hoping, I don't think you can see it, but there is some blue sky up there. So hopefully that's what we've got once we arrive at Escrick, and it doesn't just pour down and we don't get lost in the dark. And there aren't any thunderstorms. Mwah! Yes, that would be better, wouldn't it? Right, fingers crossed. Let's get ready. I am pretty much packed up. I just need to get this one ready to travel in the trailer to Escrick Park, and then she'll head off from there. So let's get cracking. Yes! How'd you get, what is that? Absolute muck bag. Covered in mud. Oh God, it's autumn, isn't it? And don't we feel it, Harry? Bloody freezing, honestly. Come on. Right, all loaded up, quick sticks, ready to go. The reason why I'm grumping about going to Escrick Park is because the last two times I've been, something has gone dreadfully wrong. The first time I arrived and it went from bright blue skies to thunder and lightning and downpour, which I sat and watched for an hour and then just drove home again. And then the last time I went, I got lost in the dark and didn't get home till about 9 o'clock at night. So I was really hoping that like third time lucky would be all right, but I don't know. It has brightened up though. So fingers crossed, positivity. Let's see what it's like when we get there. Right, setting off, see you there. So we have arrived and the weather looks to be holding out. It's cloudy, but there are little bits of blue sky and it just feels a little bit milder. So, fingers crossed. So once we were tacked up, we headed off out, and we always start our rides at Escrick with a nice long hack. You know, there's lots of jumps to see. We just warm the horses up slowly. And then it's normally on our way back that we start picking up a few jumps once all the talking's out of the way and the horses are ready to get going. So this is what we're doing now. Right, yes. This one's on quite deep. Good boy. So I just thought I'd jump on a little voiceover just to explain what we're doing here. Obviously we're working on the water jump, which is probably Harry's weakest point on the cross-country course, but also it is really pebbly in there, and if you know Harry, he's barefoot, so I think it just feels a bit odd under his feet, so just getting his confidence to push on through the water. I was trying to aim to get him cantering through, but I mean, he does a little bit there, but there's still stuff to work on. Morning! So it is the next morning. We finished our cross country yesterday. We got around it, the weather was good, it was all fine, we were jumping, and then Harry banged his legs. It was all right. He came over a jump, he caught his back leg on it, And then God knows how, he's scuffed the backs of his legs as he's come down the other side, so the back of his back legs. So he finished sound. We continued afterwards, he was fine. But when I got off and saw that like he'd scuffed like his legs and like the hair was missing, yeah, I just felt a bit guilty. He's never really hurt himself before, like touch wood, like as a thoroughbred he's been really good, so for him to hurt himself while he's out with me, I feel a bit bad. So and it was just an accident, one of them things, like. But yeah, I'm at the yard now. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. It is 5 degrees and Harry is having a day off today. I'm probably going to cancel tomorrow's show jumping that I was going to go and do at Port Royal. I'm probably just going to give him a few days rest just because I feel guilty and I just want to make sure he's fully recovered before we do anything else. So yes, I'm going to go and pull him out of his stable and see what his legs look like after a night in. Give him some breakfast, turn him out, look out, and that's me done for the day. So this is our Tuesday, so let's go crack on. So they don't look great, they don't look bad, they're puffed up, which is kind of what I was expecting, but it's still never nice. I'll show you them. So I put cream on them last night, so they do look a little bit like gammy, but that's just where the cream's dried. I think more of what we're looking at is just the fact that he's bruised himself. He gave it a bit of a bang and he's just scuffed the skin off, but it is a bit full. So I'm going to, well, I'll show you guys. And then I'm going to walk him out to the field, see if a bit of walking will bring the swelling down a bit, and then just some time off really, let him recover. You alright, gorgeous? So you can see, like, Mia. This is like all just cream that's just dried on. That's the scabby bits. Good boy. But you can see that it's nice and full here. Poor boy. And then he also did the back of this leg, which again, what you're looking at is mostly just cream. But he's obviously giving himself a real good wallop. But he finished sound. I think this is just because he's been stood in overnight and then his legs have just filled up, but it doesn't look that nice, does it? Oh, what have we done? Come on, let's get you out to the field. So he's walked out absolutely fine. I mean, he's been jig jogging. I'm literally out of breath because he's been like power walking to the field to get his breakfast. So he's not lame. I'm guessing the filling's just because he's been stood in overnight and he's not had a chance to move around much. So he'll have a day out in the field and then I'll bring him in tonight and see what the swelling looks like then. But hopefully it's just a bit of bruising. I just don't like it because this horse doesn't ever hurt himself, but I suppose it's all part of it, isn't it? I mean, we were doing cross country and I just don't like it, but yeah. Fingers crossed by tonight it all looks a bit better, but right, I'm gonna go muck out. And here's Harry's messy stable. So I just crack on with mucking out. I tend to try and clear a space on the floor so I can drag his water bucket out, which is normally full of hay because he likes to dunk his hay in the water. And I always tend to muck out in the morning just because straw's quite dusty, and I just think if I muck out in the morning while he's out, it then has all day to let the dust settle, and then he doesn't come in, he starts breathing it all in because he can get a cough sometimes. And I don't normally pile up all of my muck at the front of the stable, but for some reason today I did. Once I clean up that, I then just sweep under his mat because it's always stinky underneath there. And then I just pull down his bed and you can see how dusty it is. I like to rotate the banks by pulling one of the banks down to make a clean bed and I replace that with new straw. I'll then put his water back in, and when I put his hay nets in, as you'll see, I tend to put one on either side of the stable door, and this is to stop him from repetitively just pulling from the left. He'll then pull from the right and the left of the door, and then you don't end up with repetitive strains. Right, so we are done for the morning. Harry is mucked out, he's got hay, feeds, water, he's out in his field, he's sound, and now he's got the day to chill out and hopefully let that leg go down. I shall see you this afternoon. Hey. You've been all camera shy, Harry Bear. So it's the evening, it's about 6:30 and I've literally just arrived to the yard. I've not checked his legs yet. Yes! He's so cute. Right, I'm gonna check his legs and see. I think they might have gone down. Let's have a look. Stay there. Oh no. Oh, it's still quite warm. Poor boy. That one's nice and skinny. It's just this one. It's like here to here. Can you see? It's just really full. You're giving it a right wallop, aren't you? So I'm gonna bring him in. And I'm gonna get a cold hose. I might give him a butte. But yeah, I was hoping that being out for the day might have brought it down, but it still feels quite warm. It's obviously just a very decent bruise, isn't it? You've walloped yourself. Disappointing. Not that we need to be anywhere, Harry boy. I just don't like him being hurt. Come on then, should we go inside? It is Wednesday, which means it's 2 days since Harry's injury. I have just arrived at the yard. I've just smashed my phone screen. And now I'm gonna get Harry out to see what his leg's doing. Fingers crossed it's looking better because it's starting to worry me a bit. Here we go. How's it going? Are you feeling better yet? Do you want your breakfast? Come on then. So I did check Harry's leg. I did try to record something, but my phone didn't save it. So it looked very much the same as it did the day before, but we just took him out to the field and turned him out for the day. Here he is. Back out in his field. I just finished my poo picking. Harry's leg is fat, but looking more normal. So I'm definitely happy with the way that it's progressing. It seems to be starting to clear itself up a little bit. The swelling's travelled down a little bit. It's not quite as localised as it was before. Oh, back to escape. No. Are you cute? Dancing away. Stop weaving. It's Friday, we've made it. I was going to go out for a hack this morning. Harry's leg is looking a lot better, but it's so foggy. I can't see anything. So the hack's going to have to wait until tonight. So I'm up here nice and early, got my little coffee ready, and now we're just looking out. Harry's like, just where is my breakfast? Stop talking to the camera. Give me my breakfast. Ah. Yeah, so much better. And we're actually starting to get a little bit of definition back. I actually think that if I could have taken him for a walk this morning, I think that would have gone back down. But little scabbies, everything's looking a lot happier. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put him out in the field for the day, let him have a stretch out there, and then I'll take him for a hack tonight. So I'm not riding. It's been pouring it down. It's still raining now. Yay. But good news, Harry's leg looks good. Let me show you. Here he is, back in his stable. Yes, handsome boy. eating his dinner, the grumpy. But look at this. I mean, you can already see definition on the legs. Defined legs, that's the good one. And here we go for the bad one. Look at that. That is looking back to normal. Look, we've got tendons. I mean, it's soggy, but everything's nice and cold. So it's looking better. It might fill up again overnight, but I mean, that's just kind of to be expected from standing in. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go for a hack, see how he's feeling, and then hopefully it'll just be a nice steady weekend of like light work. And then Monday we've got a lesson, and then Wednesday hopefully we're going to go and do the show jumping we were supposed to do this Wednesday. I mean, I'm gonna leave the vlog there. It hasn't been the most exciting one, but it is just one of those, isn't it? Just a typical week that anyone could have when you're owning horses. Injuries happen, and thankfully this time it wasn't anything serious. And 4 days off work, and he's looking back to normal. And hopefully he stays like that. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say goodbye. It is Friday night, and I need a glass of wine or a coffee or just something to make me feel a bit better. I need to go and dry off because I am absolutely soaked, as is Harry. So we're going to leave it there. I'm going to say goodbye, and if you enjoyed this, please like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you thought, and we shall see you next time. Bye.